I should have gone to fucking bed! Should have took a fucking nap!
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe, and another video for the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. We're going to be doing our Q&A video after the finale of Daryl Dixon. We got some comments from you guys to go over for today, and just kind of go over some of you guys' reactions as well too, because from the general public, from the general reception I've had from this finale, it is sounding really positive, and I agree. I think the finale was really good. I had some people that told me they thought the episode was a little rushed, a little disappointing, stuff like that, but you're always gonna get that. I've been there, you know what I mean? Like, I've been there, you know, so I can definitely relate to that perspective. But I really thoroughly liked it. I really did. I thought it had a good mixture of everything, action and, nice hearted moments, you know what I mean? And nice dialogue and, good music and the return of, obviously Kodron and stuff. And I thought it was, a good conclusion. I left a lot happier with this season than I did with Dead City. Y'all know, to be a Dead City fucking pissed me off. So honestly, I'm a lot happier leaving this season the way it is. And I've seen some reviewers and content creators come out and say that it was, kind of a mid-season or like a, an average season or like, stuff like that. I would say for normal show standards, if you're comparing this to like really peak TV shows on TV right now, I could kind of understand that perspective. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of like a Walking Dead spinoff season, I would say it falls in the league of like, a good one. You know what I mean? It's a good one. It's not like, Daryl season 1, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that type of good for me, but it's a solid season. I think it's solid. We'll actually go into that in a bit more detail tomorrow, because tomorrow I plan on doing a full season review for this season, going into all those details and all that stuff. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow. But anyway, let's go over some of your guys' Q&A comments here. So, starting things off here with Malutin, who says that, Dan, do you think that Fed may have, killed his brother? And do you think that we could learn about that a little bit more in the next season? To be honest, I could see a scenario where that did happen. I could see a scenario where that went down. I'm kind of wondering, like, in general with, Feday's character, how long is he going to last? Because I did not think that he would survive that finale. I really didn't. Now in terms of his lore or like anything else, I don't know if we'll get anything more on that in season 4, so we may not even get an answer on that if I'm being honest, but I mean, we might. I mean, you never know. Maybe they'll give him, some flashbacks of what happened with Feday during the outbreak, because do you guys notice something? Every season we get an outbreak sequence, right? Like season 1 was Isabel, season 2 was Madame Genet, season 3 was, who was it? Antonio, that's right. So season 4, I could see maybe like the perspective of either Feday during the outbreak or maybe Paz, you know what I mean? But I do know that some people have even said that they think Paz is wrapped up, which if Paz is concluded, I'll say this, little disappointed, but I'm at least happy that she left, in a good way, that they didn't kill her off. So if they want to let Paz be wrapped up there, then that's totally fine with me. You guys know, though, I'm predicting that Feday goes down in 401. I think they publicly execute him and make an example out of him. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do. But again, maybe not. Maybe he redeems himself, for all I know. I mean, you're going to have to work for that at this point, but maybe he does. I don't know. I'd still be like, you dick, you ruined my fucking boat, But regardless, maybe they could. Hey, Walking Dead surprised us many times, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it that way. The next one comes from PY, who says that, Dan, do you think we could have any kind of like a time skip in Daryl season 4, maybe to catch up to the Dead City timeline or something like that? Or do you think they'll stay separate from each other? To be fully honest with you, I think that we will see a time skip of some sort, but not right away. I think we're going to pick up where season 3 ended at first, because we got to get that interaction with Daryl and Kodron. You know what I mean? We got to get that. If they skip that, I'm going to say, what the fuck? But I think that we will have, like, this is my ideal, like, my ideal way of doing it. 401 is about wrapping up season 3 stuff, like killing Feday, public execution, trying to get another boat together, maybe like a Walker Horde attack. You can throw in some, some good action in there, you know what I mean? Maybe more Daryl flashbacks, continue that into season 4. That would be your premiere. And then episode 2, after the public execution of Feday, Episode 2 would take place a good while later. And then maybe you'd start getting closer to Dead City. But thing is, I don't know if you should do that, though, because here's the thing, like, they're going to build a boat quicker than 5 years later. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be out of there before then. I would fucking hope so. So, you know, I don't know. I would say you got to be careful on how you do it, but if you do it the right way, I could understand it. Hell, maybe there's a time skip in one of the last couple episodes, you know what I mean, to link up to the, you know, timeline. Who knows, right? Who knows what they're going to do in season 4? Maybe a group captures them for a several amount of years and they're put away somewhere. You never know. You never know where it's going to go, but I think they will skip time to a degree. I just don't know if they're going to do it to intentionally catch up to Dead City. But again, at the same time, we'll have to see, because you never know what they're going to do, really. So, you know, time will tell there for sure. The next one comes from Iron, who says that, Dan, do you think the Kodron got there by himself, or do you think that's like maybe by like some, you know, big, you know, giant piece of writing, or do you think, Dan, maybe they just put him there and they won't explain how Kodron got to Spain? Probably the second one. Yeah, probably the second one. Listen, I just learned to turn my brain off with The Walking Dead these days. I used to be able to take it more realistically and seriously. These spin-offs are just not realistic to me in terms of the you know, the geographic reasons and the transportation reasons and stuff like that. But I just don't even look at that anymore. I'm sure you guys have noticed I've kind of just given up on that, because I mean, if you're gonna have Croat go to frickin' Croatia probably in season 3 of Dead City or some shit like that, then honestly you're gonna do just about damn near anything. So I do think that in terms of Kodron, I think you can realistically walk from France to Spain, so I think that's what he did. So it's actually not unrealistic, y'all. It actually isn't. If you walked a decent enough ways, yeah, that would have taken him a long time. I understand that. But, you know, let's say if he found a vehicle, drove, it's not like it's like an overseas thing. He could have realistically driven there, walked there, driven some more, walked there. Now, my thing is, why the fuck would he go there? You know what I mean? That's the part I don't understand. But maybe he has intel that we'll learn about. Probably not. It's probably circumstances. But I'm not, you know, I'm at a point with him where I'm like, I'm just happy he's here. The logistics of it, it's a little odd, but, you know, it's not one I'm going to question. If it was like he was in fucking Australia and then he showed up in Spain, okay, then I'd be like, what the hell are we doing? You know what I mean? But I don't think that's where we're at right now. And then finally, we got one from Heather, who says that, Dan, do you think the CRM is the reason Daryl and the group goes home? To be honest with you, I don't. I don't think CRM's involved in this. I think they're getting there themselves, honestly, which I don't know the route that they would go with that. Kind of a difficult one to say, but I will say in terms of one thing, I'm happy they did not put Rick's brother in season 3, and I hope that season 4 does not do that. I do not want a brother figure robbing us of the Rick and Daryl reunion, you know what I mean? Because that's who Rick would run to, you know what I mean? So I don't want to see that shit. So I'm glad they didn't do that. And here's hoping in season 4 they do not put Jeffrey Grimes in the story. Because you guys know, I'm massively against that idea. Rick's never mentioned him. I think it would ruin the relationship with Rick and Daryl, how they're the brother figures in this world. I just don't see a scenario where I would like it. So I would say no. But again, that's just me. So let me know your thoughts, y'all. Of course, what'd you think of the finale? We'll do more Q&A videos as the weeks go on. We're going to go back to that now that we're on break. Every single week we'll be doing a Walking Dead Q&A, so post some for next week. We're going to keep that grind going for Walking Dead universe content. Y'all already know. I've been doing this shit for almost 10 years. You know, Walking Dead videos, they are just going to keep on coming out. So stick around, and, you know, obviously for all those that maybe take a break from the channel during the off season, then obviously I wish you all, you know, a happy holiday and all that crazy shit. But my loyalists, my loyalists, I like to see y'all hang out. Even during the break, we like to talk about Walking Dead. So, my loyalists, y'all know who you are. You guys like to stick around all damn year around. So, I appreciate y'all in particular. Y'all are badass. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you all seriously for all the support on this season, though. Whether or not you're dipping now or you're going to stick around to watch the Walking Dead content, I've enjoyed it very much, and I think Season 3 was pretty damn good. So, and we'll talk about that more in tomorrow's videos. So, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. Road whipping up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.